Good morning and welcome to this segment of Breakfast Live from Lilongwe. My name is Alik Bonje. In this segment, I'm joined by Civil Society Organization's Nutrition Alliance Campaign Officer, Mr. Joseph Gausi. Mr. Gausi is going to explain more about the status of nutrition in the country. Welcome, Mr. Gausi.
Thank you.
Malawi made commitments in 2013 during the London Summit to improve the nutrition status. What are these commitments?
Malawi, it is indeed true, that made bold commitments to improving nutrition, and these commitments are called the Nutrition for Growth commitments. Malawi promised and to do a number of interventions in order to reduce the state of undernutrition in Malawi. Some of them include policy commitments. They promise that they're going to revise the nutrition policy. They also promised to enact a Nutrition Act by 2016. Malawi also promised to increase budgetary allocation to nutrition from 0.1 to 0.3 by 2020. Malawi also promised to mainstream nutrition in sectoral budgets, which we mean gender, education, agriculture, and health. Malawi also made commitments to increase accountability on nutrition financial tracking, and also to come up with a national monitoring and evaluation framework on nutrition. So these are some of the commitments that Malawi made.
Well, thank you. There are several commitments according to what you've said. And we're talking about 4 years down the line since we made these commitments. How far have we gone? Are we doing good?
We are on track, even though maybe on some of the commitments we haven't yet done much. We have to bear in mind that some of these commitments are targeting 2020. But we can cite that Malawi has been able to achieve some of the commitments. We have noted in this year that in terms of budget allocation, there has been some significant progress, even though it is not reaching the target of 0.3 as is indicated in the commitments. We have also seen that the review of the nutrition policy has been in progress. We have also seen progress on the review of the Nutrition Act, which has been made which is now called Food and Nutrition Bill. We are hoping that with all these interventions and all this progress, we could be able to achieve something.
Well, let's come back to the Rio de Janeiro summit, which is part of the Olympics, which are going to start on 4th August. What are some of the issues that are going to be discussed during the particular nutrition summit?
The issues which the stakeholders are supposed to discuss are mainly to reflect on what they pledged in 2013 and look at what progress has been achieved, what challenges have been encountered, and from looking at this analysis, make fresh commitments and show serious political leadership to show that we still want to reduce undernutrition. We must bear in mind that Malawi also made a commitment to the World Health Assembly to reduce malnutrition by 25% by the year 2025. So the Rio Summit is an important, an opportune time for the country to reflect what gains have we achieved and what challenges have we encountered, and what new strategies and what new priorities can we put in place to make sure that we are on track and to achieve nutrition. The key thing that is supposed to be achieved is to see that in nutrition there is increased investments. Now, for us to achieve that as a country, nutrition can only be a priority when it is put in our development strategy, the Malawi Growth Development Strategy. So we are hoping that one way of ensuring that nutrition is prioritized and that there is increased investment it has to be clear in our priority as a nation that nutrition is a key issue. You know that the Sustainable Development Goals, we endorse them, and as Malawi, we are supposed to contextualize, and nutrition is coming out clear as priority number 2, where it is saying end hunger and malnutrition in the Sustainable Development Goals. So as a country, we have endorsed the Sustainable Development Goals. We also have to contextualize and put that as a priority.
Okay. Well, maybe it seems issues to do with nutrition are gaining a lot of momentum these days, unlike in the past. And a lot of stakeholders, a lot of people are very much interested in making sure that nutrition is one of the key priorities of government. Why is this the case? Does nutrition have maybe any impact on the economy?
Yes, it does. The problem is that not many people have appreciated the significance of nutrition previously. But now nutrition is gaining momentum because there's a lot of visibility, there's a lot of awareness that has been done. The impact that nutrition does on the economy is huge. For example, I would cite the cost of hunger report, which in 2012, it indicated that Malawi loses almost 10.3 of its domestic growth product, and it was translating into almost 147 billion Malawi kwacha, which was lost on interventions to do with malnutrition. So it shows that if we don't take it seriously to address nutrition, we will be losing a lot of our resources trying to combat malnutrition. So it is better that we invest in nutrition so that we avoid losing such huge resources as it was indicated in the cost of hunger studies.
Okay, thank you. Or maybe back to the Rio de Janeiro summit. I understand that Malawi is not going to participate in the Rio de Janeiro Nutrition Summit during the Olympics. So how do we move forward maybe in making sure that the commitments which we make regarding nutrition really benefit the country?
Well, I think that's why we are here as CSONA to remind the government of what it did and take advantage of this opportunity for them to remember what they committed and see whether we are on track or not. But Malawi has an opportunity because next year there will be a pledging moment at the G7 summit. So it is now time for us to put our house in order as a country in our own context, so that as we approach the pledging moment in 2017, we can be able to show the world that we have done something on nutrition.
Okay, thank you very much. Maybe finally, as civil society organizations, Nutrition Alliance, what are you doing to ensure that maybe government prioritizes nutrition, because we're talking about nutrition as something that has an impact on the economy?
As civil society organizations, Nutrition Alliance, we are a membership-based organizations. We work with, we are different organizations carrying out different interventions. Some of the interventions are nutrition sensitive, some of the interventions are nutrition specific. So our members are doing a lot of work supporting government initiatives in order to make sure that nutrition is reduced. We can cite that the latest statistics are showing that Malawi, the stunting levels is now at 37%. From 42%, this is showing that there is progress. So this is the work of government, but also in collaboration with the civil society organizations that are doing interventions on nutrition. So this is commanded. But also as CSONA, we are making sure that we are participating in important processes in the review of policies. We are making sure that we represent the civil society because we represent the interests of the Malawians. We are also working hand in hand to push and for the prioritization of nutrition, as I've highlighted. We want nutrition to come out clear in our Malawi Growth Development Strategy, as we are all aware that the MGDS 2 phased out on 30th June. So Malawi is at the government is formulating the MGDS 3. For us, it is an opportune time to argue and make a point so that nutrition comes out as a priority, as it happened with the first MGDS. And there was progress which was visible, because when it is a priority, then that means government will budget for it more, unlike when it is not put as a priority.
Thank you very much, Mr. Gausi. Well, that's all we had in this part of Breakfast Live from Lilongwe. In this segment, I was speaking to Mr. Joseph Gausi, who is Civil Society Organization's Nutrition Alliance campaign officer, who was explaining more about the status of nutrition in the country. My name is Alik Ponje. Continue watching the rest of the program here on Times Television. Good morning.